Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
A Glasso Haig by Holbeche-Maund. Artistic Bottles by Roger Leck. Beware the Storm by Gary Wood, taken in the back garden using a globe, just as a thunderstorm was rolling in. By the Window by Daniel Wood, taken in a photo studio in Birmingham last weekend. Cityscape by Daniel Wood, taken last weekend whilst walking back from the photo studio in Birmingham. Coventry Cathedral, Old and New by Ken Chesterman. Crystal Ball Light Rays by Isobel Chesterman. Cut Glass by Peter Lawrence. Eyes Above by Alan Cook. In the Garden Bubble by Gary Wood. Morningside Ride by Alan Cook. Serious Glass by John Langham. Solarized Glass by Peter Lawrence. St Ives Bubbles by John Denny. Stained Glass Fragments by Margaret Waterson. Stained Glass Shapes by Margaret Waterson. I worked on these using layers in Photoshop. The stained glass are from two large panels standing outside Liverpool's Catholic Cathedral. The stained glass shapes have a sky background, and then I used layers to select parts of the panels to create the shapes. I have used the warp tool to stretch and twist the shapes, and also on some I used a distort filter, zigzag and ripple effects. The stained glass fragments image, I did all the same things, but the background image came from the lighting tool in Photoshop. Strawberry Splash by Ian Waite. Stripes by Steve Bexon. Used the stripe material as a background with a base of black card covered by a sheet of glass. Lit by window side lighting and reflected with curtains closed to reduce the glare. 5 small wine glasses were topped up with varying amounts of water to alter the striped effect on the glass. The Magnifying Glass by Holbeche-Maund. The Pear in the Bubble by Steve Pearce. This is a focus stacked set of 40 images of a glass pear taken through a paperweight. The Pear in the Bubble in Construction by Steve Pearce. This is a screenshot of the image being built by Affinity Photo. Toronto by Ian Waite. Two Pink Gins with Glass Backdrop by John Smith. We had made up 2 pink gins with raspberries. They were placed in the kitchen window in front of a glass chopping board. This gave the subject a good backlight. My Nikon D5200 was mounted on a tripod with a camera setting f8, 1/40th of a second, ISO 160 and focal length 34mm. Vandalism by John Langham. Window dressing by John Smith. This was taken in Hinckley some time back when I was looking for street photography. The subject is window dressing at Clark's shoe shop. The camera was on auto, so I was ready for opportunities, just minor adjustments in Lightrooms. Wine glass by Steve Bexon. Constructed a box using black mount card with a white reflector panel at each side to cut out any unwanted light sources. Stood one large wine glass on top of another to look like a reflection. Used an LED torch at each side of the glass to create the effect.